Yo, yo. All right, let me hit the recording on the other side. What's up, y'all? Lewis over here at Leadership Lounge. I am just recording this also on my other phone. Let me hit this button quick. Yes, so that is going. All right, so I am in my room. We are going to record today a little bit differently. Hi, I am Lewis. I am your host over here at Leadership Lounge. I'm also the airbrush artist and AI artist over at Marshall Artistry. I'm going to give everybody just a couple of minutes to get in, and I need to move this camera just slightly. Give me 2 seconds. I get good audio. All right. Thank you for being patient. Let me drop these. Oh, I can't drop comments because I'm on both phones. All right. Well, I guess I will see the comments as they pop up. Again, I'm your host here at the lounge. My name is Lewis Marshall. I'm an airbrush artist. I'm also an AI artist. So, the Leadership Lounge is a show where we talk about all things prompt engineering. We talk about editing, community conversations. Today, we're going to have a conversation about ethics, morals, values, and how they tie into what we do collectively in our group, and also how it ties into business. And then I want to share a couple of creators that I get inspiration from. And I think it would be really helpful for you guys if you could tap in and get connected with some of those creators as well. I just want to mention again, I can't see my comments right away. So they'll be coming in a little slower than normal because I'm recording on both devices. But this is going to be a really epic episode. I'm going to be up and kind of moving around. I've got my other phone on my gimbal so I can stand and kind of move around. But I've got this phone on a tripod, so it'll be a little different than our normal show. But I really want to kind of get into some of this conversation about ethics, morals, values, that kind of thing. If you didn't get a chance already, I did a late night lounge session last night. It is the first of many more to come. And that was really about me trying to connect with the other creators who they work a 9 to 5. They also have a family life. They also have a business that they're running. And then I also know separately they're doing their own content creation. And so I think it's a really important conversation to share with other creators how I am trying to manage all of those same things. So I went live last night for maybe about an hour, hour and 15 minutes. If you didn't get a chance, go back and check that out. That was a really helpful, insightful conversation about me personally and how I kind of manage all of the different aspects of my life and how AI kind of helps me navigate each individual area of my life and how they kind of overlap in a certain way. So if you get a chance, definitely run those likes up on this live stream. I appreciate all the love and the support. We're trying to definitely grow and branch out. So I did mention in a post, hey, I'm putting together a team. Those serious creators that really want to get active, I've got a plan for how you can utilize the images that you already have and take them to a place where you can actually begin to make residual income. So we're going to be talking about that at some point here soon. I also want to extend an invitation if you haven't already joined the Unleashed AI group, please go ahead and do so. Um, I will create a separate post as soon as the live stream is over with the link, all the links from today attached. Um, you're gonna have to take notes today because I don't have my other phone. Again, I'm recording on another device so that I can repurpose this content and get it pushed out to more than just our community. I'm really trying to take this show and be more diverse. So I want you guys to have your own dedicated content, and then I want the other platforms to have their own dedicated content. And I want to be able to do this in a way that we can all use the Unleashed AI group as a creative hub. Separately, I have another idea, and I'm not going to talk about that yet. Just know, hey, I'm putting together a team. So if you're serious as a creator and you really are looking to monetize your content, you're really looking to take your business to the next level and maybe take on some contracts and do some outside work for others where we can actually make a little extra cash, um, I'm putting together a team. So definitely get tapped in. I also feel like, hey, I want to share some of the other creators that I watch on a weekly basis that help me on that entrepreneurial journey. So, quick little short list of those, and then I'm going to get into today's topic. But those creators really tie into why this conversation is coming about. The first set of creators is EYL, Earn Your Leisure. You can look them up. They have a YouTube channel. They're on all the platforms, but they talk about all things business, all things financial literacy. I know that they are in my age demographic, they are in my demographic. So it's important for me to see other people who look like me be successful in all of the various areas of business. And so they have been a resource that I've been watching for, it's 2024. I've been watching them for 4 years, religiously every single Monday for their show called Market Mondays. Another creator that I watch every week in tandem because I want to learn how to make my business more sustainable. And that requires learning about investing and learning about growth in business. Gentleman that I mentioned last night, his name is Wall Street Trapper. He has a YouTube channel called Wall Street Looks Like Us. Wall Street Looks Like Us Now. And so he's another creator that I watch every single week. Um, his show is on Tuesdays. It's called Trapping Tuesdays. So if you see me make a post and I'm like, hey, we trapping, that's why. Because every Tuesday I watch his live show. It's a 3 hour live show where he talks about stocks. He relates it to, let me preface it with this. His show is not for everybody. He relates it to a lot of street terminology because that's where he comes from. And I personally can relate to that and the street terminology and being able to see that there are connections between the way street business is done, and the way actual business is done in the real world. There are a lot of similarities in that you learn supply and demand, you learn how to manage your money, you learn about the re-up, you learn about reinvesting in your own product, you learn about marketing and branding. They're just not talked about from that perspective. It's just you have to know what you have to know to be able to survive in that kind of an environment, where it's really the same in the business world, where you really need to be on top of your game, or eventually somebody's going to buy you out of your own company. There are plenty of examples of that in the business world where people get voted out of their own company. They're not even shareholders anymore. Um, so I want to do the legwork at the beginning of my business to set us up for success long term, which ties back into 2 weeks ago talking about sustainability. Um, so Wall Street Trapper is one of those creators that I watch every single Tuesday. So I've given you my Monday schedule. I've given you my Tuesday schedule for content creators. On Wednesday, let me take a step back. So on Tuesdays, I also spend a lot of time with fellow creators over on the Fanbase app. And so over there, there is an audio room that I watch or I listen to and participate in called The Dressing Room. It's by a friend of mine. Her name is Scale, Big Scale, not the little one. Uh, but she hosts this show called The Dressing Room. It's an audio room where it's very interactive. They talk about fashion. It's not something that's like my favorite topic, but because the room and the environment is so fun and it's the creators that make the space fun, I try to go in and support and participate as often as I can. That rolls over into Wednesday. Wednesday, I'm also on the Fanbase app with live audio rooms. There's an AI sales and marketing room. Uh, there is a an audio room that's dedicated to editing, the editing room. Those are spaces where I can really refine my skills and ask the professionals that are in these industries, filmmakers, people who work in Hollywood behind the scenes, the lighting directors, the executive producers, the actual filmmakers. I'm asking them the questions that I need to know. How do I get better? Hey, can you look at this piece of content and help me to get better and grow? So those are some of the spaces and some of the creators that I watch religiously every single week, and they have been pivotal in me growing as a creator. So I would encourage you to try and look in and investigate those spaces. The last one that I will suggest, two that I will suggest. I watched the channel Think Media. The gentleman's name is Sean Cannell, rhymes with YouTube channel. He's another gentleman that's a creator. He's from Marysville, Washington, which is close to my home of Seattle. So I just gravitated towards him because of that. And then once I started actually listening to him talk about creator growth and the creator economy and how to make your content better and how it will live longer on another platform, but here's how you extend the lifeline and the length of time that your content is viewable by doing these things. um, that's a really great resource for me as I've been growing the Think Media channel. And then my guy, and he's this last creator, he is always spot on with what he's talking about, but his delivery is very pointed and direct. So if you are sensitive, yo, you're gonna get offended because I have been offended by the way he says some of the things, so pointed and direct and forward. So that last creator, his name is Roberto Blake. He's a creator. He talks about the creator economy and how to grow a business, how to look at the social media game as an actual business, and how to set yourself up for, again, sustainability. Uh, Go back and rewatch our live stream from 2 weeks ago where we talked about sustainability and why it's so important. But those are some of the creators that really helped me grow and get over the hump. I have another new creator, but I'm still just like being introduced to his channel. So give me a little bit of time and then I'll come back with a follow up. But he really focuses on Facebook, the Facebook bonus, how to get more engagement, how to grow more. But again, I just got him introduced to him as a creator, so I don't want to put that information quite out yet because I'm still figuring out, hey, is this valuable content or is this somebody that's just regurgitating something that they heard from someplace else? So let me do my research and then I'll bring it back to the community. All right. Yeah, I did that in under 15 minutes. Let me stop for a minute and say, hey, this live stream today is probably going to be longer than an hour. Go stop right now and take a moment. Go get a pen and a piece of paper. I also want to say, hey, if you're sensitive and your feelings get hurt easily, hey, just step off of the feed. The lounge has patio seating. We'll circle back around with something that's a little more to your liking. But today, hey, it's probably going to hurt a few people's feelings. And just know, hey, it is not a personal attack. It's, hey, we need to have certain conversations because I have seen certain things go on prior to our special episode last week and prior to Father's Day that I have not addressed, that I cannot let it go for another week. And so there are going to be some people that will not be part of the group as of tomorrow morning. I'm not asking the other admins. I just need to make an executive decision because it's best for our community. And I will explain why in depth and detail because it ties into the ethics, morals, and values part of this conversation. So This stream is brought to you by Martial Artistry. It is the home of our airbrush products, as well as our prompts, as well as where you can get your new merch. This is the way that you can support me as a creator. This is also where you can find a lot of the AI designs that I put together. We are in process. I don't even have an example of one in here. Man, um, dang, I don't have an example of my AI artwork that's on a bottle quite. Hang on, hang on. I forgot. I got the other phone on the gimbal so I can kind of move around. Bear with me. I know the lighting kind of sucks. Bear with me. I don't. None of these have my AI designs. All right. So I'm also working on Hydrosport bottles that have my AI designs that I'm airbrushing on them. So I will get you an example of that at some point here in the near future. I'm probably not going to walk outside because it's like a lot going on out there today. So we'll just stay in the office and I'll move around in here and kind of try and stay on topic, but hey, this is going to be a little spicy conversation. So again, if you are sensitive and you get your feelings hurt easily, the lounge has patio seating outside, and we'll kind of circle back around and address what you need towards the end of the show. But we need to get some things out of the way, and they can't wait. It cannot go any longer. So I want to just give everybody an opportunity to, if you're not interested, then hey, go ahead and step outside. I see my girl on. I see she said, let's see, good evening, y'all. I clicked on the pop your hand moment. Oh, yeah. Sid's back. Pours my iced tea. I know. Well, I appreciate you being here this evening. It's going to be a little different show. Um, it's not really out of character, but I try to really address a lot of these things directly until it's like, hey, I can't really address it directly anymore. And it supersedes a one on one conversation because it's a larger conversation that we all are kind of processing, managing, and dealing with collectively. And because I'm leading this Unleashed AI community, it's important that you understand where I stand and draw the line on certain things. It I'm not going to get into the whole history lesson, but I will say this: our community has given enough uh, globally, and so I don't take kindly to people taking advantage of us or our community for financial gain. It burns me up inside, and a lot of times causes me to be out of character, and so I try to sit on it and find a creative, constructive way to address certain things. But what I have seen is there are people within our Unleashed AI community that are taking advantage of some of the community financially. And I just don't agree with that. And so I'm going to have to put them out of the group. Like, it just is what it is. And I am going to have to separate myself from those individuals because I just can't. That's just where I stand. I just really am trying to lead in this community. And so it is best for our group that we just not be around that kind of behavior. And I'll take the heat for it. If anybody has questions or they would like to provide feedback, I, Lewis Marshall, will take the heat for it. It has nothing to do with any of the other admins. It ain't got nothing to do with the moderators. I'll take the heat for it 100%. I have talked with the other admin about it. However, I just need to make an executive decision and do what is best for our community going forward because I have so many people telling me, yo, thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for what you're doing. And keep going and keep doing this because we are growing and I can see that we're growing and this is what we actually want. We want to continue to grow in a safe environment where we can speak freely, we can post freely, we can grow together, we can really accomplish our goals. So, in an effort to keep that environment going indefinitely, Yeah, we can't have people around who are taking advantage of other members who don't know any better. I can't. So it is what it is. I apologize in advance if that affects some of our creators because I know that they do connect with some of these other individuals. And I don't want to get in the middle of that, but I can't have that happen at the expense of the rest of the community. And so part of my morals and my ethics is I am fully transparent. I tell you guys everything that I'm doing. I tell you the things that I run up against, the challenges that I run up against, and then I try to provide solutions. And I also give data and feedback on, hey, I did it for this long. Here are my results. I'm happy to share the screenshots, but I just, from the feedback and engagement, people don't engage with those screenshots as though I'm being transparent. They view it from or they've given feedback that it is viewed as, hey, you're showing off. And it's like, hey, I'm fine. I just won't even post it then. But then that limits other people who actually have questions about, hey, how do I keep my engagement up even though Facebook totally just tanked my account this week? Hey, scroll the feed this week. As soon as you get off the live stream, scroll the feed this week and see how many creators got violations and got suspended and got thrown out of the bonus program this week for random stuff. Yo, go look and see what your actual reach tanked to this week. Talk to the fellow people just in the group, in Unleashed AI group, and ask around and see what does your reach look like. Yo, did your engagement tank too? The screenshot that I saw yesterday, and I commented on this individual's post, yo, her whole thing was red, like the Red Sea. And it's not her fault at all as a creator. She's still doing her thing like normal, but you're having to contend with, and that's why I said on the feed last night, hey, I could tell when people pay for ads or to boost their posts because hey, everybody else in the same industry, we all get tanked. I'll tell you, and I'll screenshot it after the live. And don't take it as me showing off. It is just, hey, social proof. My engagement ain't taking a hit. Yeah, my reach is taking a hit, but my engagement is not taking a hit. It's still green. That's the type of organic growth and organic engagement I'm talking about. You got to be fully transparent. You got to give value. You have to connect with these individuals who are, I don't even want to say following you, watching you, viewing you. You're gonna have to connect with them deeper than the superficial. Hey, how you doing? Thank you so much. You're gonna have to if you want the reach. Look, look, right there. You right. Mine is green, 128%. Hey, shout out to you. Nice job. I love seeing that, but it's like, hey, there are a wide part of the platform that this week alone they are like down. Yo, it said down 91%. That was crazy. And I'll say, hey, I'm down, but I'm not down so far that reach wise, I'm back to square one zero where I can't connect with anybody because the engagement is still up. So when I'm actually posting, in spite of how many people they allow me to get my content out to, the engagement is still there because there's value there. There's a way that I have connected with individuals so that they will actually stick around. A couple of maybe a month ago, Facebook made some changes and it's more centered or focused around video. So I started talking about, hey, we need an editing, at least intro. I need to go back and go find all my video where I talked about CapCut, Lightcut, and actually like flashback, redistribute those pieces of content again because hey, people are gonna need this for sure. So I, not just myself, Uriah and I put on a two-part course where it's like you've been taken through the process of editing an image so it looks professional, high quality, that boosts you in the feed. You know, it puts you past a section of creators that don't edit, so their stuff looks plain. Then we circle back around last week and walk through, hey, Photoshop and a walkthrough of how to create a full piece of content. I will redistribute this week content from, I don't know, I don't even know how long ago that was. Leadership Lounge back in, damn, this at week 7. Nope, it's back past week 7. It's all the way back in January, February. So week, I don't know, episode 2 or 3, 4 at the latest, somewhere in there in the first couple of weeks, I was talking about editing and light cut and free video editing options so that you could begin the process of making your own videos and reels and getting accustomed to the process. So that was 6 months ago. So that's 10,000 hours worth of practice time between then and now. And now the platform has changed and they're really focused on video of all kinds, long form video. They've changed the video player. I see them altering the feed, which is why, hey, the reach on the still image posts have tanked. In parallel, I'm sure some of those violations, and this is my speculation, I don't know that this is true, this is just my assumption. Some of those violations are from the reels not being labeled as AI. I would assume that there's a percentage, not all, but there's a percentage. So it's like now you're having to play the game and jump through the hoops. So when I talked a couple of weeks ago about sustainability, I gave some very targeted and specific areas where it's like, hey, we need to actually think about this. You need to think about diversifying, maximizing your opportunities by exploring new groups, to broaden your horizons by narrowing down and focusing on your niche, realizing that the platform's bonus programs pay creators who help them reach their goals. I said this on June 1st, 2024. So we just talked about this. Now you're seeing the after effects of, oh, they actually tanked my reach, which makes it hard to get the bonus. So what are you going to do? Do you keep just feeding it more content? Or do you revise your strategy? Again, hey, I'm still in the green on engagement because I focused on, hey, giving the value, making sure that I'm connecting with individuals wherever they are at. I don't expect them to be on my level. So I need to come to them where they're at. Hey, you're a new creator, perfect. Yeah, how can I help you? Nah, you don't have to do anything for me. Just, hey, just hit like. Just likes are free. Comments are free. Just that's all I ask. Please. But how can I give back to you? How can I pour into you? Okay, so this is a long one here. What does this say? All right. It says, right. I said the same thing. My followers is like 1 a week versus 0. It's been hard to engage because I like sincerity, but I am engaging. But I went from negative 22% to 128%. I wasn't coming on today, but I am focused. It was you, your communication, and the diversity posting things I am not used to. That's great. Like, you're seeing it. Now it's going to be way easier for you to keep it going. Like, here's my experience as a creator. I'm going to get up and move just a little bit. So I have done a lot of trial and error, a lot of trial and error. And in doing that, I end up with a lot of data. hey, people respond to this. Hey, they don't like this. They're not into that. Sorry, I'm moving around. I just my chair is not comfortable. I haven't got myself a new chair yet, so I'm here's the back of the desk. This is what you guys don't see when I'm like live streaming. So the blue light is like my backlight. That's how I'm able to stay separated from my background. I got my rack with all of my stuff, my comfortable chin pillow on my chair, but it's not really as comfortable as I would like after about 20 minutes. So I need a new chair. But that's why I'm live streaming more often, and that's why I'm providing more value, because when I spend time on platform, I actually want to like engage and give back to my fellow community. It's no longer about the money. This is just part of the yeah, hey, I gave Jen the comfortable chair. I gave Jen the comfortable chair because she's at the computer all day. I'm only in here, half of the time. So I'm like, hey, I need a comfortable chair. But that's why I'm hustling and trying to do content and go live. If you didn't, I went live last night. That I'm introducing late night lounges. This is for all the creators that are up late. So like when I get off of work, and this is to tie it all in. Um, when I get off of work here in Hawaii, it's 5 o'clock on the weekends and 6 p.m. on the weekdays. So when I get off and I'm ready to like, yo, it's popping, let's go. I've been sitting on this information and these things that I want to talk about, and I want to give it to you guys like right now. I don't want to like give you a replay clip. It's 11 o'clock midnight on the East Coast, 8 or 9 o'clock on the West Coast, and in New Zealand, it's like 4 o'clock. So people haven't even really got home yet from work if they work a normal 9 to 5. So it's hard for me to kind of find a way to give the information, be authentic, be fully transparent, but like I have made a conscious decision to, a regardless of what consequences I end up taking on as a creator, I want to give you guys all of the information and tools that I am using to actually monetize, to get closer to me getting out of my 9 to 5 job and being able to do this on a full time basis. If I get my 35 to 40 hours back, I can create how many more live streams? How much more editing can I do? Can I go out and shoot at the beach and just be at the beach live streaming and like giving some like inspiration to people? Can I shoot a different type of content so that the images are now matched with, Lewis is at the beach. Oh, that's a nice sunset. Oh, boy, seeing the sunset and that piece of art, that gives me an idea. Like those are the type of things that I want to be able to do. But it's like, hey, I have to work towards that. I've been at this business for 3 years and the business is growing. Part of that growth is in regards to I have to market on social media what I do. And I have to do it in a way that it's not just here, buy this, buy this, buy this thing. Look at what I did, buy this thing, buy this thing. I'm the only one, and you're not actually the only one that's selling the same thing. I'm the only one that's doing this and buy this thing. Like, it's going to take a while if you do it from that perspective. Even if you boost that post, Facebook will give you the views, but it's not the views that you actually want as a business. It's not transferable leads. Write that down on your paper. Transferable leads. So these in my real estate experience outside of my 9 to 5 and outside of what I do as an artist and a creator, transferable leads for me are, hey, this person expressed interest, but they're on the fence. And I have to sway them. I have to sway them. And they might not buy it. It might take me 5 or 6 times and just seeing them and just being like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Like, hey, what's up with you? What are you doing? How's the family? Blah, blah, blah. What you got going on? Oh, what do you do outside of work? Oh, that's what's up. Oh, I used to do that too, but I did it in Seattle. So that's really dope. Hey, we connect. We have a connection. We have something that connects us because there are things that are similar. That's a lead. That's a potential client. Not everybody's going to be a client, but that's a potential client. It's a networking opportunity because hey, he may change jobs and now he's at blah 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 job and yo, we needed some airbrush work done down here. Hey, we need some water bottles for our upcoming retreat. Hey, can you do some digital artwork? Can you make a logo for me? Because I'm thinking about opening my business because I'm tired of being at my 9 to 5. Those are those are leads, those are potential customers, but you have to nurture that. So being fully transparent is the way that I don't know any other way to be. Um, it's a conscious decision to share some of my personal life and personal experience, but I want people to be able to understand I'm not preaching from a soapbox. I'm trying to share the information because I see other creators like Wall Street Trapper talk about his experience and how it fueled him to do this thing that he's passionate about and teach and give back. And it's not about the money. It's not about the money will come. There's plenty of money. They print money all day, every day. They print it. Hey, and when there's not enough, hey, they print some more. They just make it up, poof, out of nowhere. Sidebar: did you know that we're paying $1 billion in interest a day? Yo, that's not sustainable. If I looked at America as a business, $1 million a day in just paying the interest on the debt, not the debt, paying the interest on the debt is not sustainable. If I were a shareholder, I would want out. I'm not gonna stop it. It's true. Yeah, I want my business to be sustainable forever. So I can't pay debt on interest forever. So I need to find creative ways as a small business owner to be sustainable, have income where my 9 to 5 doesn't have to pay for it. I need to find ways to do this on my own. I can't ask for a handout. I can't rely on anybody else to jump in and do it for me. I have to do the work. So following other creators like Trav, following creators like EYL. Now I'm learning the financial literacy. Oh, hey, the money does need to go back into the business, but a part of it needs to get invested. So I got money that's clocking in for me long term. I need to do both in parallel. So, hey, as I'm getting a Facebook bonus, hey, I need Meta shares. I need them. I don't want to use my money for the shares. I want to use their money. So when they pay me each month, it goes into a fund and then you get shares. So now, hey, you have more leverage as a creator because you get paid from your subscriptions, then you get paid from your bonus if you're in the Reels program, which I'm personally not. But if you're in the Reels program, you get paid from the ads. There are ways that you can raise the money to help you to be successful. And it might not be a lot. It's $5, $10. Well, that's $5 or $10 more. Would you do that if it was a client that was paying you that $5 or $10? You would still look at it like a sale or income. Some of it needs to go back into the operations of the business, and some of it needs to go into, hey, the business needs to like function long term. So I need to pay taxes. I need to pay off the critical things that help me function. Like for me, hey, yo, I need to be able to raise enough money this year to pay for Midjourney. That's the newest thing that I started like using as a creator, as a tool. I need to make enough money this calendar 12 months to pay for Midjourney. It's a tool. It's not the goal. It helps me with what I do, but it's not the only thing that I do. So as I learned, hey, this is a thing that people like, they want to know how. Yeah. Hey, let me put this up on the screen. Holler at my boy Uriah Muhammad, who is also our other group admin. He's my partner on the show. Holler at him for business coaching. Like, we have enough skills in this group to be able to do whatever we need to do and grow together and be successful together. Like, we don't need to try and hustle each other in this group. Like, there's no room for that. So the longer that I see it happen, I'm not even asking. I'm just gonna put you out. Executive decision, because we all want the same thing. Otherwise, we wouldn't be pouring into this group the way that we do. I look at y'all like family, so I can't allow somebody to like hustle my family like that. Those are my morals. Those are my ethics. Those are my values. Hey, I just stand on that. It is what it is. We can agree to disagree, or we can have a civil discourse about it and like have a conversation about it. But hey, from a values standpoint, hey, I don't have no respect for that. It's enough of that going on with our community. We've given enough globally. We've given enough. It's time for the less than that less than group, the ones that have not had the same fair shake. It is time for us to like do the damn thing. This AI boom, this is like the internet when the internet came out. So this is an opportunity for you to take your business to the next level or take your goals to the next level exponentially. I wrote this down because I watched episode 94 of Trapping Tuesday. Shout out to Trap. And he had a conversation with TD Jakes. Shout out to TD Jakes. And this was the line that came out. He said, in business, you don't manage people, you lead people. And that just hit me. It just hit me hard. And I was like, yeah, it is really difficult to lead people. At the same time as not. Like, the ones who are like don't necessarily need to be led. They just need a team. They need support. That is leadership, being supportive without any expectation of anything in return. You just do it just to do it because that's who you are internally. Like, I personally want to be around those people. That's part of who I am. I will. If I have the capacity to do it for you, I will. I mean, most of the things that people trip about is like money and tangible objects, which is like, that's replaceable. Like, go buy another one. Yeah, it sucks to go buy another one, but hey, save your money and go buy another one if you need another one. Like the relationships, you can't replace those things. The networking that gets done behind closed doors, hey, you can't replace those things and you can't buy your way into that. Some of that is about who you know. And so the fact that we have this network of people who are all over the world globally, we have our own network that is building, and we've curated this safe space where we can transfer information and pour into each other without any expectation. How often do you guys hear me ask for stars on any piece of content? From the beginning of the show till now, hey, I will admit the first January, I didn't know any better. So yes, I was asking for stars in January. February, I was trying to figure it out and I needed help getting equipment. So I was asking for help to be able to do this in a better, more clean and efficient way. Once I got that and I was like, okay, making enough from Facebook to be able to grow this organically and pour right back into it and be able to invest long term so that, hey, I don't have to rely on the platform giving me reach to be able to make money. Oh, okay, I'm playing this game at a different level. Okay. All right. I need to record this or put this in a piece of content. Yo, you know what? I'm gonna just put this in the show. Let me just give them this idea and they can do what they want with it. Some people just won't receive the information, and that's cool. It's they might not be ready for it. That they might not be in that place where it's time for that. So that's cool. But now we're leaving breadcrumbs for everybody that comes behind us. Our kids, our kids, the rest of the community that are just coming into AI art that are new. So, like next week, I'll be circling back around to some prompt engineering so that I can help and pour back into some of the rest of the people that just came into our community that are new, that don't know how to do what we do comfortably. As you see them in Unleashed AI, please make them feel welcome. If they ask questions, they're not asking because they're like being facetious. They're asking because they're new and they need the same help that I poured into you guys. So, as a community, I feel like it's our responsibility to continue to pour into people. It's not about the monetization, it's bigger than that. If we get the hear me out on this. So, imagine this just for a minute and walk with me through this. If we have 266 people in our group and we all inside of the group just like and comment and just to be supportive, just inside of the group, inside of Unleashed AI group, just privately where there's no toxicity, there's no um, yo, that's trash, all that kind of stuff. It's real chill vibe inside the group. Just imagine if we all just every time we saw everybody inside of the group post outside of the group, we did the same thing just as an Unleashed AI group. If it's 15 people that are just active in the group and us 15 just like and comment on each other's stuff, we'll monetize at the end of that month. So then you don't have to rely on anybody outside of our closed circle community. Everybody else that comes after that, that's extra. Imagine how much easier it would be to monetize if you already had in-house people to just organically support you just because you guys already rock with each other all day, every day. Just imagine that, how much easier it would be. You wouldn't have to worry about reach. You wouldn't have to worry about engagement. It would be just organic because we're already actively doing it. That's why it's like, hey, it's important to connect with your fellow creators. And one of the ways that I go outside of our community and really try to pull people from other groups in to like tap in, I really go there to support them at whatever their thing is. If it's dragons, cool, it's dragons. If it's cyberpunk, it's cyberpunk. If it's cats, it's cats. You know what I mean? If it's tribal AI, it's tribal AI. And I try to go to their space, whatever the group is, and just sit there and soak in, hey, what are they putting out? What kind of frequency are they on? Oh, they're on a frequency of they wanna learn, they wanna grow. What kind of content do they like? Of the creators who are already here and existing, what kind of content do they like? What do they react to? What do they respond to? Okay, let me size up. How does my art compared to the best person in the group. Like, can I post something that's quality like that and just give them a prompt? Can I give them a prompt and just give them some information, and from there then start teaching when I actually come in and start posting? I wanna I wanna give them some value first without expecting anything back. I don't even care if you like it, don't like it. But it's there, and you see that, hey, I'm coming into this new space of whatever that space is from a point of, hey, I want to be helpful. I want to give this information to you guys. And I want to present it in a way that is not currently being presented. So, thus, the lounge was born. My artwork is kind of different than everybody else's because I kind of want to like go through a range of all different types, all different styles, all different nationalities, all different cultures. And I want to just get good at the skill of how do I display it? Okay. How do I display information in that same artwork? Um, Sorry, I'm reading through the comments. I'm going to just keep cooking. Y'all keep talking. Um, so when I come into those spaces, I go in there with the intent of, let me just soak up game from them. Let me see where they at. They're already interacting and engaging with each other like I don't even exist. So cool. Let me just sit in the background and just kind of watch and see what they do. What do they like? What are they missing? Also, hey, let me go check out their reels section. Does anybody even watch the videos in here? So is this a place where I could actually be effective in conveying information or no? Um, I also just go through the probably, and so this is how I measure things. If I swipe the screen once, I that's one swiper. If I swipe three times, that's a three swiper. So I'll give you that group like 15 swipes, like a solid 15 swipes, and just slowly go through, read the comments, engage if it's something that I like. I'll just, tap in. Hey, excellent artwork. I'll tap on their profile. See, I view content differently now. Like at first, it was like, hey, I just need to get paid. It's all about the money, and I don't want to dance, and I just want to get my content out there. I want the views. Yo, that shit is metric numbers, or I mean, ego numbers. Like I have, I'm almost at 3,000 followers, but the majority of them aren't active followers. So I focus on the ones that are actually like, hey, I want to learn. I want to get better. Yo, can I ask you a question? Like, I want to focus on them. I'd prefer to focus on them because they are actively saying, I want to get better. I want to learn. I want to grow. I want to accomplish this goal. So for me, I'm like, yo, okay, I could teach it for free every Sunday. Every Sunday, I'll just give an hour, a solid hour, where I'm just teaching about something, whether it's business, it's a mindset shift, it's a perspective that is different and unique from how most people view things. Um, Prompt engineering, keywords list, which, hey, we're going to tap back in tonight. I'm going to give a bunch of different art styles tonight. I know most don't need it, but on the replay, for the ones who are new, this is really for you. I want to get back to the basics of the show where we're giving value. Give me 2 seconds. If you're getting some value out of this, go ahead and hit that like button. Drop a comment. Let me know that you're still with us. The likes are free, the comments are free. That is how we're able to kind of communicate while I can't see my comments really on the fly and I can't really comment back. That is really helpful for y'all to hit the like button and to actually comment because of how I'm doing this today. Um, so I want to circle back around. The strategies with the groups has been really how I've been able to grow and bring in, identify other creators who really want to grow and learn. Even if they're in the other groups, I go support them in those other groups. And then I reach out to them kind of directly and hey, you should come over here. Like you should come over here. Like we have a space where you can just do your thing and flourish. Like we're all in the same boat. We have all started from scratch in this group. And so we know what it looked like. We've all experienced the hate from certain groups. Some of us have been put out of quite a few groups for just trying to be leaders. And so this group, right, the Unleashed AI group, is all of those people who have experienced that coming into one place where we're like, hey, this is safe. This is Switzerland. This is Switzerland. Hey, we don't do that foolishness over here. We're not bashing each other. We're actually pouring back into each other. Yo, this is home. So for months, I was in the welcome post. I was just like, welcome home. Welcome home. Welcome to the lounge. Kick your feet up, take shoes off, kick back. You know, if you got to change your clothes upstairs in the closet, go ahead and change clothes, throw on some sweats. Like, let's kick back. This is the lounge is a safe space. The Unleashed AI group is a safe space. I don't want to be around negativity or toxicity. I just don't have the capacity for that anymore because of the journey that I'm on. So rather than complain about a lot of these things, like, oh, they tanked my reach this week. Well, what are you doing about it to like flip it around? Have you diversified? Are you only on the one platform? I have another platform that is an available option. They have let us keep all of our money for the last 2 months. And actually, you can still keep all of your money on that platform for the next 2 weeks. So I've stacked up a whole $100. That's going to pay a bill this month because I can't rely on one platform just playing with me. Hey, yo, you got reach this week. No, you don't because hey, somebody ran boost their post. Hey, now we need advertisers dollars. And hey, man, like, cool, I'll participate. I'm not just tethered to this one platform. I don't just rely on that as a space to like grow or monetize. Now over here, this is where my people are at. Yo, we've grown together. Like we've been in the trenches together, like working through it while the platform's been working through it. So I trust y'all a lot. That's why I tell you personal things. That's why I let you into my life, the behind closed doors, the behind the scenes, and like all the tools that I use, the websites that I go to and use, the prompts that I use. Like that's why I do that. There are certain spaces where, hey, they're not even gonna answer you. They're not even gonna respond to your comment if you ask a question in certain spaces. If you begin to like share and teach too much, certain spaces they're just gonna put you out. And I'm speaking from my own personal experience, not from anybody else's, but I know that there are some shared experiences on this live stream right now as we speak. And so like I really want a different space. So I'm being the change that I want to see. I've curated a group of like people here and I'm starting to like expand to where if and when we want to have more of those Zoom meetings, and behind closed doors classes where we're actually learning a skill, we're practicing a skill together, we have an opportunity to ask every question and connect and collaborate in that way, I'm for it. um, and you, Ryan, you let me know. I'm serious about having a co-host on the show and being able to bounce ideas back and forth, but then like go behind. We could call it the lounge, the leadership lounge VIP, where it's like, hey, we're gonna go into the VIP room, and that's us transitioning to the Zoom meeting. Like we can even have our own terminology, like what we collectively as a group. The lounge is y'all's. Like, yes, I run the show, and yes, I'm the talent on camera, and I do the editing, but like, yo, this is really for you. This is for me pouring back into you the way that I know how. This is me giving back in a way that I know is long term valuable, even if I know you need to go back and rewatch it a couple times. Cool. If I need to say it a couple more times, cool. But I ask direct questions behind closed doors when I have these DM conversations. I'm like, yo, so what are you trying to do? What are you working on? What are you doing? Like, what you been working on? What you got going over there? Like, yeah, here we go. What do the people want? You want to grow? Okay, cool. Let's work on that. I'll help. Yo, run those likes up. Run those likes up. Let me know if you agree. Let me know in the comments. But it's like, imagine again, imagine if we as an Unleashed AI group just inside the group liked and commented everybody's stuff that we see on a regular basis that's in the feed. Just like and comment, even if that's just like 8 to 10 people. I'll use the live stream. I see that I have 8 people on. What if all 8 of those people just all day, every day, what if they just liked and commented inside of the group? And then outside of the group did the same thing. I know it's a lot. And I'm with Veda. I really try to, but it's so much content that I see. I only see you guys in the group. I hardly see you guys in the main feed. So I actually have to like peel off of the main feed and like come into the group to be like, hey, oh, here's my people. Oh my God. Finally. I ain't seen y'all's content all day. Oh, I feel so much better. Let me know if you guys feel that same way when you're like, you haven't been in Unleashed AI all day and you finally get in and it's like, oh, finally, Jesus. Whew, I'm home, y'all. Like that's how I feel a lot of days. You know, I'm at my 9 to 5 and I try to tap in when I can, but on the days when I can't, by the time it's 6 o'clock, I'm like, oh, finally I get to tap in and like just damn, they drop fire in the group. Oh my gosh, they drop fire in the group. Oh, I got to get on it. Hey, I got a prompt tonight, or I got to blend something. I got to do something tonight to contribute. Yo, they're tearing up the feed. And then because I hit like inside the group, then I'll start seeing them in the main feed the following day. You know? So if we were able to, as a small collective, even if it's like I said, 10 or 15 people, and you just click the 3 dots at the top of the person's post and you add them to your favorites so that you see everything that they post. If we just collectively as an Unleashed AI group just favorited everybody in the group so that we just get to see each other's stuff, monetizing would be a easy thing to do collectively where everybody could cash out every single month. That's change. That's real change. That's real change. We learned this in a way. this way in a Zoom tutorial with cultural AI leaders. It's a safe space. Yeah, hey, and I will say, hey, cultural AI, that is another space that I'm a part of that, hey, they're pouring back into me just like I'm pouring back into them. And the fact that they are overseas and really trying to be supportive. Like they're really trying to be supportive of our group and our cause and the struggles that we're going through. I'm like going out of my way to like pour into them too, even if it means going over and teaching and spending time, extra dedicated time to like help. When they come over to Unleashed AI and they spend time in here, they'll be comfortable, they'll be welcomed. When they post, the posts are going to be engaged with, and that they're going to be treated exactly the same. Because when I go over there to like the AI tribe and cultural AI, yo, they treat me good. Well, most everybody in the AI tribe treats me good. There are a few of the guys that I think feel a little threatened, and that's okay. I totally understand. I am an outsider coming into the group. Um, Cultural AI, can you drop in the chat what the name of the group is? And if you have a link, will you drop it in the chat, please? I want to make sure that our groups kind of like overlap. There are a couple of communities that I feel like we're all on the same page. We're all moving in the same direction. And if we were all in sync, for lack of a better term, if we were all in sync, I think that we could actually combat this. I think we could combat it, and everybody that was part, and we'd actually all benefit. Monetization would be easy, but everybody would have to buy in. So as I'm like, hey yo, I'm putting together a team. Yeah, I am putting together a team. I'm not saying what it's for. Just you hear the overall growth goal, the community goal that I'm trying to build within Unleashed AI. That one's going to be just a little more refined team where it's like, all right, if you're serious and you're in, then let's do this. Like, let's not talk about it anymore. Let's put something together. Let's put it in paper and let's actually do this. We span the globe. Like, I just, I don't know how we're not already doing this. Like, we span the globe and we all have the same, like, common goal for the most part. When I ask and the underlying, hey, this is really what I want. This is really the change that I want. You know, we're all saying the same thing, just in different terms. So if we could all work together and like get there together, we'll probably get there a little faster. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. There we go. There we go. And yeah, like the same way that I prompt share, I'll tell you this. So my subscribers get a prompt every single day. I'm starting to put together specific content for what people are saying that they want as subscribers. So for me, I am really focusing in on that group every single day. That is where I am sharing prompts of all kinds. They're not of any one type of subject or one type of art. It's just a smorgasbord of everything. But it gives you more data as a prompt engineer and as a creator. And as someone who I would assume, and I'm assuming here, most of the creators that are creating AI are want to create their own style that they're noticed for. So I want to give you more information on how different prompts are structured. Some are suggestions from Midjourney, and some are ones that I've gone in and refined and tweaked. And oh, I tweaked it in a way that this is me. I'll share those, but I'm expecting that when you get those shared prompts, that you are tweaking and changing it to like make it your own and make it your style, because I know the way I prompt isn't the way that you prompt. I don't expect it to be. But if I share more of those prompts on a regular basis, you have more data to look at to say, oh, I don't necessarily need a whole paragraph. I can get away with a very tailored in description and use the parameters or art styles to like enhance those couple of words. Okay. All right. So for me, I'm like, I want to give enough data. And the best way for me to do that to those that are serious, instead of just saying it, is to have you guys subscribe. I have it at a reasonable rate so that, hey, what you pay for the 30-day month, you get 30 prompts. Like, even if I charge $1 a prompt, like, you get 30 prompts in a month, plus videos, plus every one of my, my other phone is full of like content that I've already pre-recorded that I just need time to actually edit those videos. Um, I have subscriber content coming, like especially the video content. But the prompts, I send a prompt every morning. Um, I'm starting to be more active in terms of like I just need to connect with my subscribers in a different way. But it's hard doing it exclusively through Facebook. I will say there are limitations, and so that's why it's been important for me to talk about sustainability and a diversify how you do what you do. And yes, even if the platform like tanks your reach, there are other ways to circle around that and circumvent it and still like A, make your money, B, get a payout at the end of the month, C, market to your target audience, and four, D, make your business grow, or to E, hit all of your goals. There's ways to do that, but it's really up to you. And so I started this stream by saying, hey, tonight, before the end of the night, I'm going to have to make some changes in Unleashed AI. There will be some people that won't be in the group tomorrow. The reason, and you can talk to me directly, this is an executive decision in what is best for the community. However, Uriah and I have talked about it as admins. There is some stuff I can't let go on anymore. I can't let people continue to take from our communities in this way for financial gain and then leave them screwed at the end of the day, being like, hey, I still don't have the answer. So just need to be clear that, hey, there's going to be a little bit of summer cleaning with the intent of, hey, let's get to work, people. If I can help any of you guys in a specific way, reach out via DM. You can leave me comments on any post, doesn't matter what. If it's not, even if it's not related, you have ways to get a hold of me. I am looking to help other creators grow in an effort to collaborate with them for a larger group to actually move together as a group and make shit happen. Excuse my language. That's I got it. Okay. 1 minute 14 seconds. Sorry, every time I do this, I got to go back and edit it out. Sorry, 1 hour 14 minutes. I was doing so good today. I was doing so good. I'm trying to get better about keeping these feeds clean so that I can actually repurpose this content so that I can help more people so that we can continue to grow as a group and a collective. So I want to say thank you before we go any further. I want to say thank you to everybody who's been here on the feed and who's been in the comments. You guys really, really, I consider to be family. I really take these feeds very seriously. I take the community very seriously. Um, and I want to be able to pour back into you guys in ways that the other groups don't. That is a value and an ethic of mine. It's a moral of mine personally as Lewis, separate from martial artistry, separate from the lounge. That's just who I am. I want to be able to pour back into multiple communities with no expectation of anything in return. That's me leading by example. I try to tell people that that's how I lead so that when I give constructive feedback and I may get a little spicy, it's not with the intent of I'm trying to hurt your feelings. I'm trying to more make you uncomfortable in the space that you're in currently and see that there are other alternative ways to get to your end result based on what you have told me your goals are. So I want to say, nah, you're not getting kicked out for that. I'm not talking about you. I want to, so I want to just be very honest and clear. I don't like scammy stuff. Like, I don't like scams. Let me move this off the screen so they can see my face. Oh, I don't like scammy stuff. I don't like dishonesty. Um, and I definitely just don't like people taking advantage of other people, especially when, yo, we already started behind the 8 ball. We're already behind. And this is just my opinion. Yo, we have about 3 years before, hey, if we don't figure this out and we don't get this together before all of the global wide layoffs happen and all those millions of jobs are gone, I want to be in the group of people who are part of the 80 million jobs that are created. I want to be part of that group, leading the charge for our communities so that we're not left out the next time that tech is developed, so that we're not just left out. If we don't get into the AI world and become proficient in communicating with the AI and using it as a tool to enhance our business, we are going to get left so far behind. It'll be generations before we're even eligible to catch up, if it's even feasible at all. So I want to give some context to why it is so important for me to like work with people, and those that don't want to, cool, don't. This doesn't have to be a space that you got to be in, but we cannot have people just continuing to like crab in a barrel mentality. Cannot. Cannot. So I have watched certain behaviors take place over the last 60 days. I'll also clarify and say, hey, it's a reason why I've stepped away from certain spaces where, like, hey, look, our values just don't align. And so, like, it's all good, but I gotta, like, come over here. You know, I wish you the best. And, like, it's all good. It's no beef. Like, it's all love. But, yo, I gotta do my thing over here. And I'm gonna focus on that. And that is important to me. And so I have dedicated a part of what I do to pouring back into all of these communities that are saying out loud, hey, we left out too. I know a lot of people that look like me in my age demographic that are like, hey, I just need a way to make extra money and I need a way to like take my business to the next level, but I just don't know how. And I have trauma, so I can't even trust people that like say that they're really gonna help. Yeah, I know the wave's coming. We're prepping for you. Don't worry. I'm trying to be like in the room when these conversations are happening so I can help facilitate. I'll say this too. Since we're being honest and transparent, I got another space for us, like to monetize and like do our thing. But I'm only going to talk about that with the subscribers because I know that there's going to be some people that are like, hey, I can't do another platform, but hey, then you're not serious. And that's cool. That's fine. I've been talking about this platform for 2 years. I will continue to talk about it because I like to be able to, I'm not dedicated to any one platform. Diversify what you're doing. Continue to engage with your community in a way that you're being authentic, that you're providing value. You're going to have to do some extra work and actually try and bridge the gap and get past the fact that hey, a lot of people have been scammed. A lot of people have trauma from prior experiences, and so it is difficult for them to trust. That's why I talk about hey, coming to people where they're at, and instead of expecting them to be where I'm at. Not not everybody trusts the same. We don't all have the same journey. We don't all have the same skill set. We don't all have the same tools. And so that's where empathy comes into play. I can empathize with not knowing what you don't know. Let me help you without expecting anything back. Like I can see where if I just make a suggestion, it's free information just because I can just tell you. If we had more people that just did that organically and like were true and authentic, monetization and reach and engagement wouldn't even be a problem. You'd be begging for somebody to take over your account. I can't handle the comments. The comments are crazy. Which there are days why I haven't like been able to answer all the comments every single day because when I wake up, it's like, I got a lot of comments. I got a lot of comments. I can't even look at this yet. Let me take the first hour of the day and like do my thing, get in my Zen place, clean up, throw some water on my face, get some coffee, and then I'll tackle the comments. And then I dedicate a whole hour to like answering comments, connecting with the people who have engaged, the ones that hit like. Yo, if you're posting, okay, so I talked about this 3 weeks ago. You should go back and watch the full video. I posted another 30-minute clip just dedicated specifically to how I tripled my bonus. So this is a growth hack. When I post in the public groups, you're trying to connect with that community, right? So I'll use the Dragon group as an example. I'm a part of a lot of different Dragon groups, but I am coming there with the intent to reach a portion of the public community in the Dragon group. How do I do that? Well, I need to post something that is visually appealing. It can't be mid. It's got to be something that like they want to see. So circle back to the beginning of this or the middle of this live. Hey, I just sit and just watch coming into the group. What do they like? What do they engage with? How can I give value that's not already being given? I want to provide a solution to something that they don't even know is a problem. Okay, I've been here about a week. I think I'm ready to post. I know what I'm going to post because I already got plenty of content. All right, let me match it with some value. You post, you get people that hit like, you get a bunch of notifications. You click on the notification, it pulls up your post. You click on who reacted, it pulls up the list. And on the right side of the screen, it says invite. You are going to press all of those invite buttons. It's a lot. Go back out of your group post to like your, where it says you at the top, click on you. It pulls up everything that you've posted. Go back through your post, your own post, and invite every single person that reacted. Those are engagements. You want engagement, they're giving it to you. And you, in turn, have an opportunity to invite them to come follow your page directly. Growth hack. The more people you have following you, thus, the easier it is to get content out and seen and engaged with by providing value, full transparency, consistently. That's it. It's not a hard it's not a hard thing. See, okay, I see. Let me put this up on screen because I wanna mention this because I have seen this happen several times. So yes, it did. Went viral twice, and it's how I got most of mine. Here I am. Yeah. So you gotta take advantage of those viral moments though. Once they go viral, now you're a boost my next post that pushes my website. Hey, put the website in the comments of that viral post. Like pin it at the top. Hey, come through. Come sell it all out. Flash sale today. Yo, you got to take advantage of that viral moment. But most people don't prepare for the viral moment, even though they say they want it. Myself included. Hey, and I'll just be honest. I have had a couple of little viral moments, but I wasn't prepared for it. I didn't have the website really ready for a huge influx. I'll say in October when my Facebook profile took off, I told Jen hey yo, I can't let this pass. I need to start making prompt packs ASAP. I need digital products that are part of me and what I do and just give it away at a really, really, really reasonable cost because these prompts aren't like everybody else's prompts. Now that I'm trying to figure out my style and figure out my prompt structure, yeah, the Chat GPT prompts are all right. They can't they can't provide the level of depth and clarity on Chat GPT that I can on Midjourney. And those prompts don't work the same. They'll give you mid. So hey, that works for some creators, and that's perfect. Me, I want to focus and get closer to realism, a way to post people that look like all of these left behind communities of color. I want to post them in as real as I possibly can so that when I hit the feed with my AI art, it looks like you're looking at a real person. Everybody ain't doing that. And now I'm getting enough questions between October and December. Yo, how are you posting these people? Yo, how are you getting skin tones together the way you're doing that? How are you what are you doing? And I was DMing back. I was, responding, like pouring into fellow creators. But it was at such a volume that it was like, hey, yo, I gotta just live stream. This is a lot of questions every single day. I don't know if I can keep this up with my 9 to 5. I'm on my phone all day. And so then it was like, oh, okay, I'm a real creator now. Okay, I gotta actually try and take this a little more serious and figure out a structure. I don't know what that looks like, but I gotta try because this pace of just being on my phone responding to thousands of comments a day ain't sustainable. I can't do this every day. So then I started, all right, let me, let me buy myself a notebook. I'm gonna start writing stuff down. I'm gonna start taking notes. I'm gonna start just bracketing things and hey, shoot this video when I get off work. Answer this question. Hey, shoot this video on Saturday. I'll post it on Sunday. And then it was like, oh yeah, my work schedule is such that I think I can get away with a live stream. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I could probably get away with a live stream. Let me try this. Go back go back to week 1. I'm covering my face because I have gone back a couple of times to watch my week 1 live stream, and oh my gosh, that is rough to watch. It's hard to watch the first couple of weeks worth of live stream, but it was more important to me to just give back to the community because everybody was saying, how do I prompt for my own group, my own demographic? I can't even get my own demographic across the board. Black people, Latin American people, Native American people, the Samoans, Tongans, Hawaiians out here, Polynesians, I would dare say. Um, everybody was asking the same thing. How do you even get close to like I'll settle for like not realistic if I can get close to the skin tone. So it became more important that I get the word out, message out, and the information out, and less on it's aesthetically pleasing and the live stream isn't cutting out like it used to. I see that it's cutting out today just off and on, but I know that the weather here is back to like bipolar. Um, but it was like, hey, just shoot it, just film it. It doesn't matter. Like it's more important to get them the information. Just shoot it, give it to them raw footage. Don't even worry about editing. Just clip it up and give them exactly what they need. We'll get better with every time that we stream. Next week, hey, we're gonna turn the chair and we're gonna like adjust the light. Oh, hey, the lapel mic, that ain't gonna work. It's too soft. They can't hear me. Um, when I'm going back in the editing process, did they even hear me on the live stream? Oh my God. Week 3. Oh yeah. Hey, we're going inside. I'll just clear out some space. I can't have a bare wall, so just put some art up there and we're gonna wing it. Damn, how do I light this? I want to light it so that they can actually see me, but then I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, let me tap into my creators on the other app and just ask the professionals that do this in Hollywood for a living. Hey, I have this light. I have a Walmart 29.99 lamp that has an attachment, so it's got one that's facing up and then the arm that you can like move around. I got 2 of those, and then I have one professional good Godox 650. How would you advise that I light this? And he's like, hey, go look up 3-point lighting. Just Google, go on YouTube, look at that and 3-point lighting, and just remember it's harder to light melanated faces and you'll be all right. That'll get you started. Okay, cool. And now I got homework. Let me get on it and actually take this serious. So I watched lighting videos for a week, nonstop. Hey, I want to make sure that by the time I go live on week 4, episode 4, yo, my lighting is straight. I can play around with it and tweak it, but hey, at least the lighting will be straight. Hey, where's my old microphone? I got it in here somewhere. Run those lights up. Let me know you guys are still here. I can't see my comments because again, I'm filming on both phones, so I just want to make sure you guys are still here. You're still engaged. Please hit the like button, leave a comment so that I know that you guys are still active and listening. Um, so by week 4 to 6, I had my show set up and I was doing research in between the weeks, and I grabbed some questions from my comments or from my DMs, and okay, I want to focus on lighting this week, and um, I kind of have my prompt structure. Maybe I should just start teaching a piece a week. So we started with image type, and then we were in February, and it was like, hey, we need to talk about Valentine's Day stuff, and here's some Valentine's Day lighting and Valentine's Day prompts and prompt keywords. And then it was like, hey, as a business, I need to prep for St. Patrick's Day. Let me put together a prompt pack for St. Patrick's Day. And I began to just do the work on the back end and share those prompts in the groups that were like, I was still working through the prompt process where I'm like, hey, tweak this, change this, get out of this, and change this word, say it this way. I was working through that, but I have figured out, okay, if I add media quality, an image type, a solid description, an art style, lighting, a camera, and a lens, it looks real every time. Then it's just about, hey, I need 5 fingers, not 6. I need a clear shot of the face. So clear facial features is one of the keywords that I started like, hey, focus on this, add these keywords in. And I just did it for like a month and a half. Hey, add these keywords. Hey, add these keywords. Intricate details, high focus, clear facial features. And I was just hammering it home, and people were still, yo, how do you prompt for photorealism? It's like, all right, here, let me shoot it. Let me talk about it again on the live stream. And then let me break down clips where I break down, here's how you do it. And I got frustrated as a creator because it's like, hey, I'm just saying the same thing and I'm ready to move forward to the next thing because, like, this is just one aspect of the whole overall spectrum. And if I just stay focused on this part, then everybody else is getting left out and left off the table. So then I started talking about, okay, here's how you transfer these from photo to video. Let's start this progression from photo to video. Hey, here are templates. A lot of you were new creators at that point. Here are templates. Here's an introductory way to reuse your images in a fun, new, engaging way. It's going to take practice, and that's okay. We'll get there. I need to figure out how to teach that portion to you guys because I'm not a traditional teacher. So I need to figure out how do I convey this to you in a way that is received well. Then it was like, I've been overlooking our biggest resource. Uriah is like really good at this stuff. He's really good at this stuff. I wonder if I ask him if he would just like I need you on the show, bro. Thus, we have put together some very specific things to help this community grow in the ways that we know you need. We know you need these things. And yes, I'll just speak for me. And Uriah, you speak for yourself. I don't want to talk for you, but like, we could charge for these services and we're choosing not to. Like we're choosing not to because it's important for us to just get it and work together. Because if we don't, yo, this might be the last chance for generations for us to like actually live and lead comfortable lives for generations. I take that serious, yo. So when I'm building this business and I'm trying to network with other creators and other business owners, yo, I take it really serious and I don't care if I could charge for some of this information. I need to give it away for free because I just need it. We can grow into selling some of this stuff. We just, yo, if we don't come together right now, we're not looking good. So yeah, you see me do a lot of outreach amongst all the groups. Um, yes, you see me trying to connect a lot of content creators. Yes, you see me trying to put people who think from a different perspective together in one place and encourage them to like talk about their ideas and talk through the similarities. Don't worry about the differences. There's more things we have in common than we have different. Just don't worry about the differences. We have more things collectively that we are all sharing and experiencing together. So if we just put the egos aside, it's likely we're going to grow really, really rapid and fast, faster than a lot of people are going to be prepared for. But then they have support. When you come to Unleashed AI, yo, you home. You just didn't even know it, but you're home. When you're coming to kick back at the lounge on Sundays, yo, you home. Yo, your change of clothes is still upstairs in the VIP area. Just go, you can go change and put on your house slippers, grab your flip flops, and put on some sweats and kick back. Well, we got some food cooking for you in the back. Like this is home. This is like you don't have to like worry about a lot of things that you would worry about in other places. And I'm being fully transparent and giving you the information and the data where you can actually go fact check me. I don't mind sharing my metrics in the group, but don't take it as, hey, I'm showing off. It's not that. I'm just sharing so that you understand, hey, when I'm telling you, hey, this is what I'm doing and why, because I know that the platform is going to screw with us at the bottom by adjusting how much reach you get and how much they can't control the engagement. You can control that. So it's less about metrics and numbers. It's more, oh, don't die. Hang on. I died. Okay. All right. Hang on just a second. Sorry, my gimbal died. I didn't charge it before. All right. Well, at least if that's dead, that means that I can actually get in the comments. Give me 2 seconds so I can come pop in. I'm gonna say what's up. I ain't been in here all day. Yo, this is a long stream. This is a long stream. Thank you so much, Veda. If there's anything that I can do for you, we've talked via DM, so just reach out. Anything I can do to help. And really that goes for everybody. Um, I've been trying to kind of stay out of the DMs and trying to encourage people to just, hey, you don't have to just DM. You could just ask me questions in the comments anytime. Like y'all got direct lines to me. I just don't. I try not to share my personal cell phone number, but like, yo, you guys have whatever form of communication that you need to reach out to me. I'm a resource. Like you feel free to reach out, ask any questions that, and if I don't know the answer, I'll be honest and tell you I don't know, but hey, we can learn it together. And I don't mind doing my part on trying to research what are some tools, where are some resources. Hey, I found a YouTube video. Did you watch this? Like we can learn it together. There's nothing that we can't do together as this group. Like we got skills. We can bang for real. Uh, Pop in and say what's up. All right.
I'm telling you,
oh my gosh, sorry. My apologies. I thought I had my volume turned down. Okay. What's up? Okay. Anybody got any questions while we're on here? It's like an hour and 44 minutes in. I'm going to let this go for another 10 minutes or so. So open forum, ask me any questions you got, run those likes up. I have my other phone so I can actually like tap in and watch these comments. So open floor, any questions that you got, fire away. I see a couple of thank yous. Oh my gosh, I missed so many comments. Jesus. I thank you so much for the stars. I didn't even so I can't see that stuff on StreamYard. Yo, okay. Thank you guys so much for the stars. I couldn't see this over on StreamYard. That's a huge thing. Thank you so much. I didn't get a chance to see that because I was trying to record. I'm trying to get multiple angles. We're trying to, again, get better with every time that we stream. I showed you guys on last night's stream my my camera person is my Smooth mobile gimbal or phone stabilizer, and so today I had it sitting on the tripod, but I didn't have my battery pack plugged in, so it just died. But yeah, that's really how I'm able to go out and kind of film on site at other places and try to expand my content creator experience. Like, I really want to share more of behind the scenes. Like, yes, prompt engineering is half of what I do. Because I airbrush, it's really important for me to find a way to incorporate my AI artwork into the world of airbrush because I have products that I create and make for anybody who wants to buy one. So some of those were my early AI designs from early in 2023. When I first came into AI, I didn't know about prompt engineering. I didn't know anything, like at all. Like whatever image results I got, I was like, yay, I made something, yay. And I began taking those things and incorporating them into what I do airbrushing wise. So a lot of people that do what I do from a custom bottle or custom tumbler maker perspective, most of them do not airbrush and most of them sublimate. Shout out to all the sublimators out there. I know Andrea is one that she just crushes it with sublimation and customizing, and she does the jewels, which I don't do, and I kudos to her. She crushes it. But that's what we have in common, and so that's how we connect is because we both customize. But when it comes to sublimation, the thing that this is just me personally, I'm very OCD when it comes to certain things. I can't stand seeing that seam. It just drives me bonkers. Even if you throw something over it, it drives me crazy. I can't not look at it after I purchase a product. I can't not look at that seam. So I just attack the same kind of artwork from a different perspective. So I do have one of my AI designs. Okay, so here is another one. This is one of my snow globe, sand globe, but I made this. That's one of my AI images. So I was able to take it from my phone, from Midjourney, and put it on a product. This is also a piece of AI, like I said, from back in early 2023. So Um, those are things that I am working on the back end. I want to be noticeably different than all the other Tumblr makers and sublimators out there. So what I do, not a lot of people do, and not a lot of people do with the level of detail that I'm able to accomplish with my process. So I am focusing on perfecting that process of making my own developed new product with AI and a way that I can share with those other Tumblr makers that use sublimation and like, hey, here, try this. I got you. I'm like, yo, I can't stand that whole seam and it just drives me crazy. But because I airbrush, I don't have a seam and it helps me to stand out against other people who make the same type of products as I do. Gives me an edge in my opinion. But I also am like, hey, from a collaborative, yo, we have more in common than we don't. So let me tap in with you. Hey, just get an airbrush. Like if you just get an airbrush, I can show you how to do some different things to actually enhance what you do. And it won't take a lot. But I also am like, hey, because we're in Hawaii and it's important for us to like take into account the environment here specifically because there's a lot of sea life here. It's important for me to make sure that, and again, this ties back into the morals, the ethics, the values, and the value system. It's important that we as a company come up with and help with a solution to a problem. Um, so, from a prompt engineering standpoint, I'm helping address the development problem of being able to easily reflect a person that looks like you, whatever your demographic looks like. From an airbrush standpoint, I want to be able to provide reusable solutions so that we could use less plastic and the little plastic things that are on the top of six packs so that the sea turtles and the sea life out here are affected less. So that's why I choose to paint bottles and reusable products is because that is part of our morals, ethics, and values because of where we here and who we are as business owners. So I encourage you to take these things into account as you're prompt engineering, as you're thinking about how to use social media to your advantage as a marketing tool. What does that look like? Um, Trying to find ways to diversify what you do so that when these things happen on platform and everybody's reach across the board, yo, that negative 91% was crazy. I ain't never seen nothing like that. But as people's reach are being affected, these are other ways where you can really stay true to your core audience and like if they rock with you because you've been rocking with them and giving them value, hey, they'll be with you until the wheels fall off. So that's why I'm dedicated to my Unleashed AI family. I'm rocking with y'all till the wheels fall off. So I'm a resource. Everything that I do actually charge for is at such a reasonable rate that it's almost dumb not to, because of the amount of information that I can actually give and help and give back outside of whatever it is that you pay for. So it's available. We got products available. We have the website where you can shop products or book one-on-ones, or if you need prompts and don't have time, we've already got solutions for that. But for the most part, I really want to pour back into everybody from a content standpoint and from a prompt engineering standpoint. And that's going to be my main focus over the next really probably 3 months. I'm going to really hammer down and double down on prompt engineering and um, helping the people who are new and just started like over the last 30 days. I want to like try and help get them up to speed because I know the feed is like it's crazy competitive. Like it's crazy. Let me check these right quick. Sometimes I feel like images don't mesh well with the rest of the data. So what? Let me put this up here. Hey, so Beta's comment is I sometimes feel that my images don't mesh well with the rest of the group. I tend to create based on my niche. Is the group meant to be about realism? No, the group is not meant to be about realism. The group is meant to just be a supportive space where everybody can feel free to express themselves in whatever way they feel comfortable. Video, live, uh, post. I wish we could put up like collective stories. That would be a dope thing. But like, yo, you don't like post whatever you want. Like no nudity. Like we might have kids pop in from time to time at some point in the future, but like, nah, this is just when I say this is Switzerland, this is the space that like all the foolishness that goes on in the other groups doesn't happen here. That's what this space is. At the To simplify it at its core, this is the space where we don't do all of the toxic shit that they do in all the other groups. This is the place where you can actually come and be yourself and feel comfortable that, yo, it's nice to have like others around me that think like me and look, they're just like me. That's what this space is. So it don't matter if your artwork doesn't really like coincide with realism. So what? I'm just, yo, this is just my opinion. I'm one part of the admin team, but I'll just tell you, as a person who started the group, yo, yeah, post whatever you want. I don't care if it doesn't match in terms of an art style. We have people who do all kind of, yo, my art style doesn't necessarily mesh with some of the other people in the group. There are some that they just do horror, and I don't want to like negatively highlight anybody because that's not what I'm trying to do here. But like some other creators, their style of content doesn't mesh well with what I personally like to put out. But I still want to support them and like help them grow and help them accomplish their goals. Hey, there may be a day that I'm out here and there's a creator out here in Hawaii that says, "Hey, I need some horror AI images. Can you do that?" And I would be like, "Yeah, I mean, I can, but yo, let me introduce you to somebody, and she's probably more appropriate for what you need than me." I don't. It's not about the money. It's more about the connections and the fact that as a group, we should be able to by this time next year, we got the makings of a firm to do everything. Dead ass, like no lie. We have enough to cover everything. Podcast, live, on the street content, uh, all over the world, filming events. Like we have, we got the sauce, yo. We got the sauce, yo. All right, I'm gonna circle this back down. I see I'm at my 2 minute mark. I do not want to lose this feed. So if you haven't already, definitely hit that like button. Likes are free, comments are free. It is the way that I'm able to engage with you guys while I'm on the stream. It actually helps me. I always go back and review the comments after the stream. I want to say thank you to everybody who was here today. I hope that you got some kind of value out of this live stream. Please definitely go back and tap into last night's live stream. I know it was a little unorthodox, but yo, we're gonna open the late night lounge for all the creators who are business owners and 9 to 5ers who want to kind of figure out, hey, how do I bridge this gap between my 9 to 5 and balancing my entrepreneurship business or businesses? This is going to be for them. This is like the late night crew. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that follow button, hit that like button, share this with somebody who might get some value out of this. As for my Unleashed AI, Bam, I'll have this pinned in the group. It'll be in the featured section so you can go back. I will be clipping up this live stream so that we have content to kind of revisit over during the week. I know that this week is a very, very busy week for me at my 9 to 5 because it's the beginning of the month. So I will probably be quiet, but I've already pre scheduled subscriber content all the way out through next Sunday. So I will look forward to seeing y'all in these streets. If you need me, please don't hesitate to reach out. I want to reiterate, I am here to be a resource to try and help. So if I can, just shoot me a comment, shoot me a DM, ask me any questions. Other than that, I'll holla. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful last day of June. And let's turn up this feed in July. I want to just demolish all of the folks that are like not serious about prompting and prompt engineering. I want to just crush them. You tell them I said it. Yo, I'm ready to just tear up the feed. I actually got into Midjourney Alpha. Oh yeah, it's over. It's over. Done. Donezo. Yo, I have access to every prompt that I've ever created, all the way back to October of last year. So yeah, it's a wrap. Our group is about to take off. Take off. All right. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me as always. I love y'all, and I will see y'all soon. I'll holla.